Thank you so much for agreeing to present to our group for contractors that specifically our group does the insurance work, property restoration, so mitigation and repairs. Like I said, we had some questions about Mechanics Liens. Are you familiar with one of the questions that came up that kind of prompted this is utilizing a lien to try to encourage the mortgage company to release funds? Or have you dealt much with mortgage companies? That seems to be, as of late, it's usually, I would say the majority of mortgage companies that we deal with usually have some kind of, 30-30-10, you submit, documentation that you've completed up to a certain point, and they're usually pretty good about releasing funds, but there are cases where they're holding on funds. Obviously, we know they want to prove the work's being done, but when that's clearly been documented and they just want to sit on the check.
Right. And that's when the mortgage company has the right to, they're not the ones paying the money. The money's coming from an insurance company, but the mortgage company has a finger on the throttle so that the money can't be released without their consent to that situation.
Yeah,
that's a mess.
Typically, like if it's over 20K and there's a mortgage, then a lot of times that's being released to the mortgage company with the insured listed.
Right. Liens are great leverage, mostly against the owner. The lien will not have superiority over a pre-existing mortgage. The date of the lien will be the date on which the work began. The date of the mortgage presumably is earlier than that. So the mortgage has priority, and therefore if the lien is foreclosed on, it won't get rid of the mortgage. So the mortgage company isn't out its security. On the other hand, the mortgage company will not want, there can be circumstances where the mortgage company agrees to subordinate the mortgage to the lien. That almost never happens. That needs to be negotiated as a separate deal and without real leverage at the start, which is not generally what's the case here. If you foreclose on the lien, which rarely ever happens because the liens usually get paid, the mortgage doesn't go away. It sticks around, and whoever buys it buys the property subject to the mortgage, but also no money goes to pay the mortgage. Mortgage companies don't like that. They don't, because now they have somebody owning the property who wasn't somebody they screened for the mortgage. It might trigger the mortgage to come due, and the mortgage company would then have to go to work to collect. So I think it could definitely be leveraged there. On the other hand, a mortgage company might just say,
"Who cares?
Who cares? We're prior to you." So that's more a matter of drafting the contract carefully, so that if monies owed to the contractor are not paid for any reason, so basically it should say the contractor is entitled to the monies released by the insurance company. And it should not say released by the insurance company and approved by the mortgage company. Because if the mortgage company does not approve the release and the money is owed, then the person you're in contract with, that is the owner, still has to pay you. And then it's their fight with the mortgage company.
Right.
And you'd rather have the owner fight with their mortgage company rather than you fight. It's cheaper. But that's not a lien matter so much as a matter of drafting the term in the contract about when payment is due. And a lien can help with the leverage in that situation, but it doesn't fix the problem. So
that was my advisement, was, in my experience, the lien's putting the pressure on the homeowner to get their mortgage company to do what it's supposed to do. A lot of people in our industry in particular think that liens are a bad thing or somehow damaging. And maybe you disagree with this, but my opinion is it's one of the few protections that contractors have.
It absolutely is. the best security a contractor has for non-payment, and it provides all kinds of strong remedies. I'm Ben Cushman of Deschutes Law Group in Olympia. The website is DeschutesLawGroup.com. We focus our practice on construction, litigation, and collection claims.